going to show you how it works as you apply your own identity. So first of all, in the beginning there was nothing. So the world was not ever here at some point at the beginning. So for whatever reason, and I don't know the reason, the light showed up, called the I Am. So this part of you, and it's in you already. This part of you is the creative part of your being, the creative part. This is the creative part. This is the creator. Okay? This part of you also is that part of you which provides the inspiration or the perfect information for existence. So I'm just kind of pointing out to you who you are. And then this part of you is the part that can erase the information. Any memories replaying? Okay? So that's the part you're going to appeal to. This is the part in you. It's in you. It's not out there someplace. It's in you. And then this part of you created you. So I'm going to draw you as a being. And so there's a part of you called the superconscious. Super C. Okay? Then there's another part of you called the conscious mind. And then another part of you called the subconscious. And for what the Hawaiians call here the alma kua. Alma kua. And I'm sorry the back of you cannot read it, and at some point maybe you, when we take another break or go for lunch, you can come up here and take a look at it. This part of you is called uhani. Uhani. This part of you called the unihipili. But we're going to hang around with the subconscious. So now, when something comes up, it's in the computer bank. There's a memory in the computer bank that the computer is experiencing, called anger, resentment, annoyance. But you have to be clear, it's the memory that's the cause of it. If you have a hypertension, that's not the problem. You got to come back to the memory, which is the cause of that. But you always want to come back to whatever's going on in you, and it's in the subconscious. Now this subconscious in you feels unloved, uncared for, and unappreciated. So I'm going to teach you how to form the relationship with this part of you called the inner child, so that you can work with it. Because if you can get this part of you to help you with the cleaning, you'll be able to move through the data much faster. But this is the part that we ignore. Yeah. Now this part of us called the conscious mind has choice. The choice is to be or not to be data free. That's the choice. You've come into this lifetime because divinity says, I'm going to give you one more chance because you've got all this data replaying all these problems, but you've had those problems before, what Shakespeare calls for bemoan, moan, and grievances forgone. You've had them before. Since you didn't pay them off the last time, or whatever the last time is, divinity loves you enough to say, okay, let me give you another chance. Now, I don't know how many chances that we've had, but I suspect for me it's probably been trillions. You know? Come back, come back, come back. At some point, you kind of get a stiff neck as you come back, and you got to give up. You have to give up the data. What a great sage said, give up the world. So the world is the data, called memory. And it's in you. So what is the problem? It's a memory. Where is the problem? In you. Where in you? The subconscious, which is a computer bank. And then now the conscious mind has a choice. It can stay engaged, this is called engagement, or it can let go. Okay, so now let's assume the conscious mind wants to let go. It says, wow, maybe I'll try some of this stuff. Maybe there's some, we'll see, I'll test it out. So now what you say is you begin the process of, let's keep it simple, I love you. All you do is say, I love you. And the great sages have said, love your enemies. And that's your only enemy, is there. Love that part of you that wants to kill you and do you in. That part of you will kill you, will foreclose on your soul. And the soul being the conscious and stuff, this is your soul. So the question is whether you want your soul to be free. And so let's say you decide to say, I love you. And so here's the way it'll work. It's beautiful. The simplicity of it is just incredible. So you say, I love you. The information goes down first. It always goes down. The conscious mind cannot pray directly to the I. It can't be done. It has to go down. And so why does it go down? Because that's where the problem is. So it goes down, and gently, the zillions of data begins to gently kind of puff up like that. And then that data is sent then to the superconscious. So in this data is sent on to take a look at it. And this part of you goes, and begins the refinement of the data. You don't have to know it. I'm just telling you how it works. It doesn't matter. Just say, I love you. It's all you need. You don't need the rest of this. But I thought, well, I better throw that in there anyway, because there's maybe we have intellects who would like to grab it, Okay. So it goes up there, and then the great sages said, knock. Hello, I got a problem. I noticed that stuff is in me is going, and I have high blood pressure, diabetes, back problems. So you're mentioning your experience, but this is the data that you want to get at. So now this part of you said, okay, you're going to be 100% responsible. Wow. Let's see what we can do. So this is called mana. The mana is going to come down. The mana. This is the mana that's going to erase. So the mana comes down to the superconscious. That's the way it works. Comes down to the conscious mind, and then comes down into this and begins to dismantle this. And this is the way it looks. So the mana comes down, takes the memory, and purifies the memory. That's the first step. It will purify it. This is the divinity doing its work. I'm transforming, I'm transmuting the data called memory. I'm going to take that data, which is energy, counter energy, rebel powers going against you, and I'm going to purify it. That's the first thing it'll do. Just purify it. So now it becomes just pure energy. It doesn't do anything, doesn't go against you, is not with you. And then the divinity takes that and releases that energy into storage. Takes that energy back and puts it back into itself, because energies cannot be made new, or you cannot destroy the energy. You can transform it, but you can't destroy it. So you don't lose anything. It takes it back to zero, to release. Once it releases, you're back to zero. And then once you're back to zero, you get inspired. And so if you're willing to do this cleaning, I love you, thank you, I love you, thank you. I'm going to show you how somebody, you breathe that way, and as you're doing this, this is the process called transmutation. So you're asking this part of you to take that data and to transmute it to nothing. And then to take that nothing and bring to that nothing that inspiration. So there are only 3 kinds of data that you're having to deal with. Okay? Only 3. This is called what I'm going to call is. And this is the neutral state. Like in your you don't have power drive. We're all in automatic. So this is called is, infinite zero. And then the other one is where the divinity comes to the zero and inspires you. This is called easy. Easy. You get it easy. I-Z-I. Easy. So now here's the inspiration. That means you're into the flow. It just happens without effort. It happens with ease. And then, of course, you have what we call the memory, and the memory goes against ease. And then you have disease, away from the source and yourself. away from the source, and so that your mind can only be in three states: this, or this. There's no halfway. You can't be over here and over here. Your pants will split, like that. So only three states. Either you're at neutral, which is zero state, divinity is ready to come through, and if you're at zero, at is state, then it automatically comes through. But if you got a block, it can't come through, and all you have to do is do the cleaning. I love you, thank you, breathing. So let's see if you have any more issues. Ovano kahi, pua mai kapo iloka, kama lama. Ovano kaha, kama leola. Ovano kapoho, ke ka ele mawaho a no kaya pa. Kahi ke kino iho na mea pa. Kai au I ku upi o na noi mawaho a no kaya pa. Ka ho'o mau o na manao a me na mea pa. Ovano kaho, ame ka ha, e huna kamakane nahi, ke ka hua huna o kumalipu o wao no ka I. So if you just sort of relax with your eyes closed, I'm going to take you through, to me, what is the most important relationship in creation, and that's between the conscious and subconscious, or what I'm going to call between the mother and child. The mother being the conscious mind, who has choice. It can either care for the child or ignore it. So let's suppose for now we move the terminology where the conscious mind is really the mother aspect of creation. The subconscious is the child. And it's the child who has all of the memories since creation and its burden. So if you have depression, it's the information in the child that's experiencing the depression. So we want this relationship to work. So the first thing what you want to do is you want to do this really slowly. The first thing you want to do is you want to say to this child, oh, for the first time in creation, I am acknowledging your presence in me. So that's the first thing it's important to do, is to acknowledge that you are aware that there is this being in you called the inner child. And you're talking to this inner child. So, oh wow, this is the first time that I'm aware that you are part of me. And then the next thing you want to say to it is something very simple. I love you. I love you. And then you acknowledge the fact that all of the hurts and pains are data kept in this child, and you say to this child very simply, I'm sorry. Please forgive me for all the accumulated memories that you experience as sorrow, as grief, as pain. So you're talking to this child, acknowledging your responsibility, that all of the woes that the child has, that you have created, accepted, and accumulated. And you would like to have it undone. So one of the processes, very simple to do, is you must always ask the child for permission. You must never do to the child without asking for permission. So this is what you want to do. You want to say to the child, please allow me to stroke the top of your head with love and concern. Just talk it. Please allow me to do this. And just do it then. Don't have to imagine anything. Just do it. So see yourself just stroking the top of the head of the child. And as you're stroking the top of the head of the child, you're saying to the child, I love you. Please forgive me for all of the accumulated woes that you now have stored in you. I am sorry. And I'm stepping back. This is the most important relationship because you can teach this child how to do the cleaning. And so you can put this child on automatic, but if you have not been acknowledging this child or really caring for it, it won't do it. So as you're stroking its head, I love you. Thank you for being part of me. And I'm sorry if I have been neglectful, if I'm not taking good care of you, if I have manipulated you, I'm sorry. And then you kind of take an inventory. You talk to the child where all the memories replay the problem. And you say to the child, if you don't mind, help me to let go. So you start at the top of your head. If you have any headaches, any back pains, you work down your body, you take an inventory, and you say to the child, oh, I'm experiencing this headache. Please let go of the memories that are replaying this. I don't know what the memories are. I don't want to know what the memories are, but you know. And then we can offer it to the divinity through the superconscious. We can ask the divinity to set it free. While you're doing this, you're stroking the head very gently. So now you're going to ask the child permission to hug it gently. Not bear hug. Bear hug frightens the child. So you're saying to the child, please allow me to hug you very gently. And when you do it, just do it. You don't have to imagine. I just hug the child gently. You cradle the child in your arms and you talk to it. Thank you for being part of me. I love you. And I'm sorry for all the accumulated memories that you experience as pain and suffering. Please, please forgive me. After you're done with that, you ask the child to give you its hand. Please give me your hand so that I can grasp it gently, gently stroking it. Whatever hand you want to give to me, please give it to me. So in your mind, you reach for the hand, you grasp it gently, gently stroking it. Again, you acknowledge that the child is part of you. Thank you for being part of me. A part of me I've not paid very much attention to, and I'm sorry. Please, please forgive me. I love you. Then you might want to take another inventory. You might want to take it financially. You say to the child, okay, it's just the memories that are the problem. I'm asking you to let go. Please let go. And then you take an inventory. Whatever financial things that you're going through, any tax audits, you want to work on that. Anything that to do with a foreclosure of the home or anything, you're talking because the problem is not the foreclosure. The problem is not the finance. It's the memories replaying the woes. It's the mortgage on your soul, and you want this child who holds the mortgage to let it go. Please let go. Oh, we're overdrawn in the bank, or we have been abusive to money. Whatever memories we have that we have been abusive to money, abusive to finance, abusive to the land, please let go. And then you ask the child permission to hold its other hand. Please allow me to hold your other hand. And you reach mentally for the other hand, grasp it gently, gently stroke. I want you to be clear, this child is where all the problems stored. So you want to be on a good relationship with this child so it will let go and let God. So as you cradle and you stroke the hand, then you look at yourself. You take an inventory of what is going on in me that I'm having my experience of these problems with certain people. So you bring them up in your life. And you go, okay, I don't know what the problem, I don't know what the memories are, but I notice that when I hang around with it, I'm annoyed and irritable, and I don't know what that's all about, but it's memories in me. And so please, you're talking to this child who is a memory bank, please let go. So this is the most important, essential relationship in all of creation between the mother and child. The mother can win the child over, she's home free. The child will help her with the cleaning, will be willing to let go, will be willing to intuit into her and say to her, this is coming up, we better get to it. Thank you very much. Now you want to ask the child permission to hold its shoulders. Please allow me to hold your shoulders. So you reach for the shoulders and you begin the dialogue again. This dialogue about love, acknowledging the presence of the child. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being part of me. I'm really grateful to know that there is you and me that I have not been caring for since the beginning of time. Please forgive me for ignoring you, not caring for you, causing you great harm, pain, sorrow. I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you for being part of me. Then you reach for its shoulders. Say to it, please allow me to hold your shoulders and give you unlimited love. Again, if you're looking for a business partner, this relationship with the child is the best business partner in creation. If the relationship between the mother and child works, it'll work along for everything. So you're holding its shoulder, and then you're looking to its eyes, and you're festing up. I've ignored you. Caused you pain and sorrow. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you for being willing to let go, so that you and I can be memory free. That you and I can walk hand in hand with the divinity and the Alma Pura to the light. You can do this in the morning. You can do this in the evening. You can take a few minutes out of your busy schedule to get reconnected, relined up. And you're willing to do this, and the inner child would be a partner. So now I would like for you, we're going to do the 7 rounds of the breathing. So both feet on the floor, your thumb and your forefinger touching, both hands on your knees, in your lap, and do the breathing. The breathing is a cleaning process the child will appreciate. So 1 round is breathing. You breathe in for a count of 7, you hold for a count of 7, you exhale for a count of 7, and you hold for a count of 7. Kumalahia no me hoi, ku'u malahia apaloa. Kamalohia o ka I, wao no kamalohia. Kamalohia no na wao, a pao no ke ia, wa a mao loa aku. A awi aku wao I kuhu malahia ia oe, wa o aku wao I kuhu malahia me oe. A ole, kamalohia o ke ao, aka, ka u malahia wale no, kamalohia o ka I.